What's going on, Nasty Nation? It's Nasty, and today I wanted to show you all a brand new Bard mechanic that I happened to discover in one of my solo queue games the other day. So, as most of you already know, a lot of champions in League of Legends have abilities that they can first cast and then flash to cancel the animation, and as I just showed, that is also the case with Bard's Q. However, the difference with Bard's Q is that although Q flashing enhances your chances of landing the damage and slow, your chances of landing the stun are not guaranteed unless the enemy just so happens to be standing in front of a wall or another enemy. But what I realized the other day is that you can still land stuns on these targets by aiming your Q at the terrain before flashing in a direction that will ultimately line you up with the enemy and the terrain. This mechanic is somewhat difficult to learn and won't be necessary in all situations, but pulling it off properly and leaving your enemy completely baffled feels amazing. Anyways, I should also note that I say I discovered this mechanic because personally, I've never seen anyone else do it or mention it before, but with that being said, let's get into the gameplay portion of this video. Alright, here we go. Playing some Bard support in this game. A few things that I'm going to be trying to get accomplished during this game. Obviously, I want to win the game, but on top of that, I want to try to pull off that brand new mechanic that I just introduced. If I'm not able to do so, at least I'm going to be looking to make some really spicy plays nonetheless. We're just going to have to see how it goes. Hopefully we're able to pull it off, but like I mentioned previously, it's not the most common mechanic in the game. It's not going to be useful in all situations, and I don't want to force myself to use it. I want to wait to see if there actually is a situation that requires me to pull it off. So, like I said, we're just going to have to see how it goes, making some plays nonetheless. We're in a pretty weird lane here. Looks like they have an Ezreal support. Going to be pretty weird. I think we can chunk just as much as he can. Obviously, Ezreal is really good at poking down champions when he plays ADC, but I think he'll be able to do just about the same as a support. We're also in a very strange situation because we're already really chunked right off the get-go. I don't really know how Ezreal got so chunked so early, but because of it, we're not really in a position to trade with them. Gonna just have to wait for Ezreal to lifesteal or get some life back with the Doran's Blade. See Shaco's up in the top lane. And again, I can't really do too much in this lane because Ezreal's kind of fallen back. Ideally, what I'd like to be doing is chunky with my Q, with my autos anytime I can get close enough with my passive, or chunky with my Q through the minions if at all possible. This lane phase, just 3 minutes in, doesn't look like we're going to get much done, but we'll see. On top of that, we have Ashe overextending here, and J4's pretty near, so I'm feeling pretty good that we can get something here. If J4 decides to come down, Shaco's mid. You always want to lead with your passive. There we go. Really easy kill. You always want to lead with your passive because it's going to apply slow, which makes it really, really easy to follow with your Q. If you use your Q before your auto, you're never guaranteed to land it, but you're less guaranteed. It's going to be a lot more difficult to land it. So always using the Q passive proc first with the slow, going to be more ideal. Ezreal overextended again. This might be worded though because he's backing up. Either really smart or... There we go. Got the blind Q there. That works out pretty well. I'm thinking Ezreal had that worded and that's why he backed off. We also might be able to dive this in a 3v1 situation, but I think Ashe is actually coming back fairly soon. Yeah, there she is. That would have been really bad if we went for that. I should also mention real quick that this is a normal game. I'm not too familiar or too comfortable with recording while talking at the same time, so this is something new to me, and I don't feel comfortable doing that in a ranked game because I feel like I won't be at my full potential and I'll be hurting my teammates. Sorry if you were expecting to see some high ranked action in this game, but gonna need some more practice talking and playing at the same time, so until then, gonna be playing normal games or flexi games. And it's for those reasons that I am so aggressive in my playstyle. So definitely don't copy everything that you see me doing these games, because not the best influence, to say the least. But nonetheless, we're still going to be trying my best. I'm going to be trying to pull off some really cool plays. Almost 6, and that's when the fun really starts happening with Bard. My ADC is not in lane right now, and anytime your ADC is not in lane and you're kind of just stuck sitting in lane by yourself, it's generally a good idea to roam. And as Bard, my roaming potential is very, very good. So we're going to be looking around mid. Not sure if there's too much we can get done. We'll see. Well, that works. Thought I was going to have to do some flashy play there, but ended up working out pretty well, just landing the Q and then pulling it up. I think Shaco might be around. If you guys know how to properly pronounce Shaco's name, please let me know in the comments below, because I have no idea, and I've been playing this game for way too long not to know that. Oh wow, that damage. Shaco with flash. There's a Q flash there. Alright. I tried to do a couple things there. So the first thing I did was a Q flash to guarantee the stun onto the minions. And after that, I was afraid that Orianna might have flash, and she might flash under tower range, and in that case, I wanted to make sure that the tower was frozen so that we wouldn't have to take damage when we dove to finish her off. Luckily, we were able to kill her without having to dive. Unluckily, I had to waste my ult. Oh my god, I'm still alive. Haven't been bot lane in quite some time. Been quite a strange game. A lot of roaming, a lot of deaths. Already 24 kills in this game in only 13 minutes. Kind of what you would expect from a normal game, but I'm going to try to get things back in order. Meet back up with my ADC and start seeing if we can pressure this lane again. Some decent poke there. Really got to be careful though. Ezreal is building AP, which is not the most common thing, but it does do a decent amount of damage. Oh, I really thought that was going to land. We are chunking them down though. I think I might just go for it. I think we're in a decent enough position to... That worked out well. So that worked out really well because even though Ashe ulted me, I was able to land a stun on her at the same time. Boom, timing. Another thing worth noting is I'm pretty sure the proper max order on Bard now is Q, W, then E. E, when you max it, it's only going to increase the speed in which you travel through the portal, which is nice, but it's not as good as maxing W. I'm only maxing E this game because I am trying to make plays, you know, be more mobile and stuff like that. Again, it's not a ranked game, so I'm not taking it as seriously as I could be, and it's for those reasons that you shouldn't copy everything that you see me doing here. Just thought I might note that off. Not necessarily a new mechanic, but something I definitely think is worth noting is that your W, casting it on an ally or on yourself is going to give you increased movement speed, but when you cast it on yourself, part of that movement speed is wasted while you're still in animation for casting the W, so it's actually more beneficial if you place the W right in front of you. That is going to allow you to get 100% of the movement speed. Karthus ulti just chunked it. This should be a free kill. We're going to leave with the Q. KS that, don't do that, and you're great games though. Got some action down here. It might be a little bit too late to it actually. Is this it? Oh, so close. I'm not even sure if I would have been able to kill him anyways. No, we're going for it though. Oh, actually so close to landing that. At least I'm going to get a kill on my way out. Oh, I really wanted to land that. This game is starting to be somewhat of a stomp, and I'm a little worried that it's going to end before I'm able to make as many plays as I would like to make. And it doesn't help when I'm failing a lot of my plays like that one there, but we'll have to see. Maybe this game drags out long enough for me to actually be able to pull off the mechanic. Oh my god, I actually died. It's okay. We got the 1-for-1 trade. We got 4 of them, and I only died, so that's fine. Flashes up in 190 seconds. I don't know if the game will last that long, but definitely see. Gonna pick up a kill here on the Ashe real quick. Got my ult back up in 3, ready to make another play. But there's also Shaco nearby, so I'm not too eager to go in. Not going to be in position to land the stun off of that, but I think the redemption might get it. J4 picks up a kill over there. Wait, Heimer's still alive. Might have been able to save him, but I wasn't actually paying attention, but you know what, it's fine. Got ulti up in 20. My flash is back up in a little bit over 2 minutes. Waiting on those 2 cooldowns to make plays. Running out of time for sure. Can maybe look to do something on this Ashe. Thought I might be able to get it through the minions. Gonna rotate bottom. Or save these guys. Did I get him? Almost. Now I'm gonna get him. Thank you. Alright, now we have 45 seconds on the ult, 80 seconds on the flash. I should also point out that a very common mistake in Bard's Q mechanic is being too close to the enemy, and that was a problem that I saw in that last fight. I was trying to land the stun onto Camille and line it up with the inhib, but I was too close to the Camille, so the Q did not extend far enough to reach the inhib. Something that a lot of people actually recognize or a lot of people notice, but it can be really, really important to keep track of, because it'll make a big difference in a lot of tight situations. Alright, we are pushing into the base now, 20 seconds on the ultimate, but that's not what I need to pull off the mechanic. I got my flash up, and that's all I really need. I don't really want to fight in the base too much, though, because there's not too much terrain for me to line my Q up with. Or he's gonna suicide. Come on, guys, I need one person to come out here and line up with some terrain. Is this it? There it is! Oh my god, it took until we were down to the Nexus for me to pull off that mechanic, but I finally did it. Wow. We might have fed, we might have went a little off meta, we might have built some weird things and trolled a little bit, but in the end we were still able to pull off the mechanic, and I could not be any happier. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. If you learned something new, good luck trying to pull off this mechanic, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.